Team, no idea if you can hear me right now, but welcome back to another YouTube video. Yeah, the intros on the hoof are back in, but I've levelled up. I've gone from running to now attempting to cycle. You know, I just feel like Bradley Wiggins out here.
We're all done it!
Just leaving gas in my tail, you see.
I've been getting dragged along by you. Nightmare.
The bike handling's not quite up to scratch. We're a bit rusty, but nonetheless, we're out. And I just thought I'd bring you along for a week of training. It's now Tuesday. Yesterday I hit a lower strength session, which you've seen on the last week's YouTube. And today I've hit some running this morning. And now we're on what is meant to be an easy bike, but I'm probably at my FTP pace, which is fantastic. But I'll talk to you when it's more appropriate and a bit safer, because I'm currently on the phone, as I forgot to put my SD card in my camera. That is a 2 hour, in fact a little over 2 hour bike ride done. I'm just going to get the stats up now. 60.5 kilometers, 2 hours and 11 minutes. We did stop for a Gale's coffee about 20 minutes before the end, which was very, very nice. I actually fell off my bike in Dutsford at the traffic lights, clipping out in front of everyone. Pretty embarrassing, but it happens to the best of us. I say it happens to the best of us. I've never done that ever. I don't think I've ever fallen off my bike unclipping or clipping in, but it was bound to happen at some point, and today it happened on my first ever proper group ride in the middle of a town centre at some traffic lights, which is fantastic. My knee, it happened on Saturday when I was running. I had to stop, go on the bike and cycle, and my knee was painful. Same thing happened today. There's a nerve called the perennial nerve. I'm really bad with my wording, but the perennial nerve that goes over the side of my fibula, which it sends a shooting pain down the side of my leg, which I had today, which is really, really frustrating. I think a lot of training this week, you're probably going to hear me referring to the situation with my knee and how I'm going to manage the knee situation through training. I'm going to get another physio session booked in as well, but in terms of like racing and sort of wider forecast, I'm actually meant to race in Bordeaux, not this weekend, the weekend after, so 10 days from now, and I really just don't know if it's worth it. I'm also meant to race in London again. I just don't know if it's worth it, and I kind of almost just feel like tapping out of racing this side of Christmas and almost just avoid running in any impact, because the issue that I've got at the minute, I'm just really worried that it's going to become chronic. And I think I'm not a physio, I can't diagnose myself, but what I have at the minute just feels really different to what I had a couple of months ago. A couple of months ago I had a bit of tightness, but what I've got now is just like a stabbing pain, really frustrating. I did actually run this morning. I'll get the stats up for that. I'm saying that I've got this problem, but I ran this morning. I just need someone to tell me to stop, because I will keep trying to run. And everything went well. I had a 17-minute warm-up, no issues, really happy. I then went into 4x4 minutes at 3:45 pace, as you can see here. And it was on the 4th interval where I started to feel the knee go again, so I stopped, happy, walking around the house, body's cooled down, start to feel the knee again. Then went for the bike ride, felt fantastic for an hour and 40 minutes, unclipped, went for a coffee, cooled down, started to feel the knee again. I'm absolutely certain that I'll walk around the house now and I'll also feel the knee. So I'll try not to bore you this week too much talking about this knee situation, but I also think there might be other people that are probably going through a similar issue and just trying to manage it, and might also be in a similar headspace to me, where it's a big knock on your confidence. You're not feeling as capable as what you could be or what you have been, and that's exactly where I am at the minute. I think 2 weeks ago I was really confident, running, no issues, feeling good, and now, yeah, just completely way off it. My running paces this morning and my heart rate just weren't matching up. I mean, I have had a bit of an illness a week ago, which is obviously definitely going to play a part, but yeah, I think I just need to sort of go back to the drawing board with this and not rush things, which is a bit rich coming from me. But yeah, 3 hours of training banked today nonetheless. I have got another session, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do it tomorrow, see how, get some recovery going on the knee. I think a hot bath is in order, get the tendon warmed up again, get some good food on board. Good morning. Day 2 of this week of training. I've got a strength session to hit this morning, and then later on today I've got a sort of hard rowing session followed by a bit of a workout. So a decent day of training on the cards. I'm not feeling too good, you can probably hear I'm a little bit bunged up. Which is probably why I didn't have a great time training yesterday. But yeah, this morning I was going to go to the local gym, which I haven't been to since we've moved in because I've been using the home gym so much. I'm gonna do it in a home gym because I've got a meeting shortly on my laptop, and then I've got physio this afternoon, so thought I'd just get it done here and I can go straight onto my laptop. Anyway, don't mind me waffling whilst I just do my skincare, which to be honest takes about 30 seconds because I use 2 products every day. One of them being a vitamin C brightening serum. To be honest, you can probably just get away with using that one product. But because I'm feeling a little bit extra today, I'm gonna put some moisturiser on. Now, I'm gonna give you a little hack. I was using this every day, right? Garnier Vitamin C, Invisible SPF, fantastic. But then I learned a little life hack, and Zoe said to me the other day, she went, darling, your skin looks really good. I was using that. I kept that going for a couple of days and I said, Zoe, I hate to break it to you, I'm using Garnier Vitamin C SPF with the glow. Secret's out, but that's as simple as it gets. Anyway, to the gym for a big strength session. Have you noticed anything about me today?
No. Oh, yeah, I didn't think you'd be hair.
No.
Your skin looks nice.
I've been trying to get all the compliments off of Zoe.
Your skin always looks nice though.
No, but the other day, do you remember when you went to me, you went, God, your skin looks really good, didn't you?
Oh, you put that glotion on?
A glotion? Is that what it's called? Is it called glotion?
It's called
Glow.
Just glow, yeah.
Yeah, just glow.
Yeah, glow.
I was just showing them glow. I said it's a little
Your
secret.
skin does look incredible with it though.
I was saying it's a little hack. It's a little secret because I was using the normal SPF every day, and then I thought, do you know what? I'll just steal your glow tinted moisturiser. And you went to me the other day. You went, God, your skin looks really good. I was sorry, it's not me. It's the glow.
Why have you done your hair today?
I've not done it. It's just wet. It's just wet and long.
Oh, right. Because I've gel in it.
I've just gelled it for the YouTube. Right. Oh no, I've just realised that I never cleaned the treadmill down yesterday after using it, which is bad, and it's Zoe's bugbear, so I need to quickly go inside and get a wipe before she comes in to do an easy 5k and realises that I haven't wiped it down. But we've got the base of our ski erg here, so I need to put that on, but I'm not going to do it now because I get really distracted and I'll be late for my call. So I'm going to train and I'll do that later because I do need to use the ski erg for later on session. Let's get some lights on in here. How convenient is that? Just going to the gym, darling. I'll be back in a bit. Next door. Fantastic. Okay, so today's strength session is more lower pull focused, but starting off with a little bit of power to start off with. So I'm gonna get warm and then I'm gonna be doing some clean pulls and some power cleans, and then I'm moving into deadlift. It's meant to be trap bar deadlift. I haven't got a trap bar, so I'm gonna use a straight bar. My lower back can thank me later for that. And then I'm just gonna have to move a few of the movements around, get the same stimulus, but just change the equipment ever so slightly. My coach programs me trap bar deadlifts because straight bar deadlift, every time I do them, I always seem to get a lower back. So I'm gonna really concentrate on form today, not go crazy with the weight, and just see how I'll respond to that in a couple of days. It's normally a couple of days after, and then I know for sure that it is straight bar deadlifts that give me a sore lower back. But before I do anything, that is bad drills. I just completely forgot yesterday, but I'll get that sorted now. Does anyone else's partner think out loud? Zoe is notorious for it. So like, we'll be having a conversation. I'll say, right, I'm going into the gym now, I'll see you in a bit. And as I'm like leaving, she's like still talking to me, and I'm like, Zoe, I'm going to the gym now. She's like, yeah. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, Zoe, I'm trying to go to the gym. She's like, oh, I'm just thinking out loud. Does anyone else's partner do that? Constantly, brain is ticking, thinking out loud. It's quite endearing really, but in our house what we're coming to learn is you have to be in the same room to have a conversation, and where we're quite used to just like shouting to the next room because Zoe's in the bathroom and I'm in the main bedroom because that's how we've been living for the last few months. You can't do that here, so we're constantly trying to speak to each other and we're in completely different rooms in the house. It's also very well soundproofed as well. Anyway, that is a clean treadmill, and now I won't get the wrath of Zoe. I'm going to leave those wipes there to keep it clean all the time. Lots of people asking me about the mirror situation. Yes, we're going to get a mirror in front of the treadmill right there so I can see behind me, but people are like, why didn't you turn your treadmill around? Because I don't want to end up in the wall if I ever fall off. You don't want to put the back of a treadmill to a wall. So yes, I will be staring at the wall for the foreseeable until he gets a mirror sorted, but I am planning on doing it. But yeah, I've waffled a lot today, so let's just get this training underway. Okay, we're gonna go 2 clean pulls into 2 hang cleans. But before that, we've got some of these. Got to try and go for height. It's quite a new movement, so I'm not too great at it. 2 clean pulls, 2 hang cleans. Next set, hang cleans for 2. Weren't as smooth as what I'd like, but all good. In that power zone. Okay, power work done. We're now moving on to some deadlift. So time to see how my straight bar deadlift is. It's been a long time since I've done it. I've always used the trap bar, so I'm just gonna try and get as nice and close to the bar. Try and, as much as I can, noting that there's a big metal barbell in the way, is get my center of gravity as close to the bar as possible to reduce that load on the lower back. But we'll see how we get on anyway. Wow, straight bar deadlift is completely different. The lower back. Next set, 130 for 3. The numbers are nowhere near what I do on a trap bar, but that's because the weight is, the load is in front of me as opposed to either side. Oh my god! Right, I'm just making sure this is 130 because it feels heavy. 10, 20, 40, 50, 55, 55, 110. Yeah, 130. What is going on? Busy day, meetings, physio appointment, and I'm now at the gym for second session, and then I am running a class at 6 PM tonight. The time is 4 o'clock, so my session is going to be about 90 minutes worth of work. Quickly get showered and changed, get that session ready. As you can see, the weather is not too great, and we've got a session on at 6, so first challenge is trying to work out people's appetite to run in the rain, and then also if people are going to run in the rain, are we going to be able to manage that indoors with things like sled carpets and stuff. So I'm going to put a little bit of thought into that. I have got a substitute from the running. We can just do something more erg based, but when people are doing high rocks workouts, you really do want to be running. It's just whether or not we can run whilst it's wet outside. Yeah, I'm going to get inside to the gym, get my session done, and then get ready to host a class in 2 hours. Caffeine. Wouldn't ever recommend having caffeine at this time in the afternoon, but I'm going to be busy all evening, so I'm sure it'll wear off by the time I go to bed tonight. Oh, this is hard. 6-minute row intervals, 3 minutes at 1:43 pace, a minute active recovery, and then 2 minutes at 1:43. 3 times, 18 minutes of rowing. I've done 2 intervals, I've done 3,400 meters, so this next one will take me close to 5k. Maybe a little bit over actually, 5k, yeah, 5k. Look at the steam. Now we can see it. Wow. Okay, last one. What a tune. That's 3 intervals. That was hard. Heart rate got up to about 170 on the rower, which is, you know, max effort. Those splits were worked out from my 2k row best effort, and I was working at just shy of that. 3 minutes at 1:43, so 95% of my max aerobic speed, which has come from my 2k time, for 3 minutes, minute active recovery, 2 minutes, so 5 minutes per interval at my 2k pace, and doing that 3 times, so 5,117 meters. Good little session. Okay, part 2 of that session is now, what we've got is 5 rounds of 3 minutes of work, 1 minute rest, so 20 minutes total. 20 calorie row, 400 meter bike, and then max wall balls in the remaining time, and do that 5 times. Good session banked. Well, we're almost at the end of big midweek session.
Everything you've got!
It's a big session. Go, big finish, all the way, no pacing, max effort. Yeah, nice. Good morning. We are on some ski erg intervals this morning. We're doing 60 seconds hard effort, 60 seconds active recovery. Doing that 4 times, so 8 minutes total. 3 minutes rest, and then do that again another 2 times. So it's 3 rounds in total of that, 3 sets of 8 minutes. And then we're gonna move on to a bit of a circuit after that. But I don't know if my watch is broken or if I'm starting to feel a bit better, but the heart rate is not really where it should be for the efforts that I'm putting in. I'm doing threshold efforts and my heart rate's getting to about 135, which when you do things like skiing, biking and rowing, your heart rate is gonna be a little bit lower. But normally when I'm doing max efforts on the ski, I'm getting up to the 160s, so we'll see. But I've been pretty poorly last week, as you guys know, so my heart rate's been elevated quite a bit, but today it's just dropped slightly. I don't feel totally confident in the watch's heart rate at the minute, and I'm not wearing a strap. Anyway, I've got another minute of rest, and then we're gonna smash out the next 8 minutes. 20, 10, 2, 1, let's go. How easy, 1 minute. Good again in 5, so about 140 pace. So doubles intensity. There we go, effort's done. As you can see, 6K worth of rowing intervals. I think that last one just let the average pace down slightly, picking up the camera and filming a bit, but some good paces held in the intervals nonetheless. Okay, part 2, we have got 200 meter ski into 20 kettlebell swings, into a 200 meter row, into 20 burpee to plate. It's meant to be burpee broad jump, but space is limited, so I'll go for burpee to plate. Into what is meant to be a 400 meter run, but I'm not running at the minute, so I'm gonna do a 400 meter row. That kind of equates to a 400 meter run, pretty much bang on, to be fair. If I had a bike, I would double the run distance, so I'd do an 800 meter bike for it, but who doesn't want a little bit of extra rowing volume? Just got Celsius on the go. It's the only sparkling energy drink I can have that doesn't make me gassy, and it tastes good. Right, let's do it. I'm working off, I've put a time cap of 30 minutes. It won't take that long, but I'm unsure. I think 200 meter ski is gonna be about 45 seconds. 200 meter row, again, about 45 seconds. There's a minute and a half there. 20 burpee to plate. I think round 1 it will be in a minute, but then it will start to be about a minute and a half. Kettlebell swings, probably about 40 seconds. So, I mean, if we call it 5 minutes a round, that's 25 minutes. So we'll see how we get on anyway. far off of 25 minutes. That was 26:37 of just straight up threshold metabolic work. All about developing that lactate clearance. Oh, that was hard. Well, there you go, another good session ticked off. Really enjoyed that one. Those sessions are pretty tough when you're on your own, but you know you've got to hit a certain stimulus. Definitely, if someone was next to me, I might have found an extra 2%, so maybe what I'll end up doing is post my time for that, see if anyone beats it, and then I'll 100% give it another go. That happened to me the other day on Instagram. I posted the workout, someone tagged me in it and beat me by about 4 minutes. I was like, right, I'm not having this. Redid the workout a week later and I beat my own time by about 8 minutes. So I actually got 26:37 for that. So I'll post the workout, do it, comment your time, and if you beat me, I'm just gonna have to do it again. And if you beat me fair and square, then it is what it is, fair play. I'm gonna have some lunch now. I'm actually on meal preps at the minute. What in the NASA spaceship was going on with that?
When I first heard that, I genuinely thought it was about to explode.
Proper booting off. Really handy bit of kit though. I'm really impressed with the work. Actually, just quick show you the Hoover. Look at the lines. We just send the robot Hoover on its way. Anyway, where was I? Meal preps. I am on meal preps at the minute, just to make life a bit easier. So I think what I'm going to go for today is, I've got quite a lot of rice-based dishes left. I always save those till the end. Salt and pepper chicken with sticky rice, fried kale, 642 calories, 66 grams of protein, 68 grams of carbs. Unreal. So that's gonna be lunch, and then after lunch I'm gonna run some errands for the afternoon, gonna build some furniture, but then also episode 2 of the Lawn Diaries is gonna commence because we've got a little dry spell, so I think we're gonna give it the last cut of the autumn before next year. Lawn Diaries Part 2. I'm happy with that. Probably the last cut of this year. And Lawn Diaries can resume next year. Can you believe, since I've had this gym, I've not been to the actual gym? That's quite sad, really. I will go back. I've been to the Red On gym, I've just not been to my local gym. I've been enjoying this, but I don't want the novelty of the space to wear off, so I'm going to use it when I absolutely have to, and I'm going to try and make use of the local gym more often. I'm just loving using this at the minute. Anyway, second session for today is some threshold running intervals. But I know at the minute, when it comes to running, let's say I was to run today, and I may well do that, I'm just going to see how my body warms up. I've got about 7 kilometers in me. That seems to be the point where I have to stop. But yeah, because I meant to do some running intervals today, my heart rate's meant to be getting pretty high. I'm going to try and do something a little bit different to try and match, maybe not match the stimulus, but try and get the heart rate high, basically. So what I'm thinking is weighted vest and then do an incline walk and then play around with the paces and just see if I can, 1, do that, and 2, if it gets my heart rate nice and high. So I'm going to do a bit of a warm-up jog, see how we get on, and then I'll play around with the incline and see how we get on with that as well. But I'm meant to be doing 6 efforts of 2 minutes hard, 2 minutes recovery. So again, it's been reduced, the volume's reduced in line with the issue that I've got at the minute. If I do end up running, I'll probably be all right for that distance and that time. But again, I'm not sure if I want to risk it because I've had multiple shooting pains this week. So I'm inclined to play it safe. I've tried running to no avail. I've also tried walking on a 12% incline, weighted vest at like 6.5 kilometers per hour. Getting the heart rate up, yeah, great, but again, it's not right, knee's not right. I'm gonna just do some rowing instead. Good evening all. It is currently Friday night and I've just finished up a class with Gaz at the Red On gym. Friday night lights. We've had a really good week of classes. I say really good week of classes, it's just the start for us. 1 class on Wednesday, a class on Friday. And we're going to resume the same thing next week as well. But dare I say, both classes are booked up. So I think if we have that level of demand for every session every week, then we'll start doing 2 sessions. But I'm just currently having my daily vitamins, believe it or not, at 9 o'clock at night because I've had a busy day today and I haven't had a chance to have them. So I've got some Berocca in here. I've been having cordyceps, I've been having, let me just show you. So I've had some cordyceps gummies. Zoe got sent loads of this, and I also got some hair food. For those that know, I'm actually trying to grow my hair, so one of them. I've got some tribiotics, so more gut health. Vitamin D, because we're in the UK, obviously. And then I have these from My Protein Alpha Men. It's basically got a little bit of everything in there, so like some key parts, magnesium, zinc, vitamin C, that helps with the immune system. Oh, there's so much in here. I wouldn't even be able to tell you what all of these does, but just making sure I'm hitting my vitamins each day. And not forgetting some creatine as well, of which all the creatine is sat at the bottom of this. Not for much longer. Anyway, I've got a meal on the go, as you can hear. That is about to go boom. But I've got a creamy Southwest chicken and halloumi pasta. 562 calories, 40 grams of protein, 55 grams of carbs. It's a late meal, so that's gonna be the last meal of the day. Tomorrow, me and Zoe are heading down south to go and see my sister and my brother-in-law for his birthday. So I think that is gonna end this week's training vlog. So I'm gonna be too busy to show what else is going on by the time that I've got round to editing this up and getting it uploaded on Sunday. So I'd just like to say a massive thank you to everyone that watches YouTube, and hopefully you've enjoyed a bit more of an insight into what a week of training looks like for me. In terms of the knee going forward, obviously it's been a massive theme throughout the whole of this vlog. I'm actually having another scan. The physio recommended another scan next week with a view of having an injection. And this injection will basically stiffen the tibular and fibula joint on my knee, which should hopefully allow me to start running a bit more pain-free in the next couple of weeks. But going to look into that option a little bit more post-scan. Obviously scan first, and then we'll decide what to do after that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this, and I'll see you on the next one.